Hello and welcome to the Comic Conspiracy episode 625 for the week of Monday, November 18th, 2024. My name is Ryan Higgins. Who's here this week?
Brock Sager.
Kevin.
Lane.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
I'm sure Toby will roll in
Right now.
Yeah, that's usually about what happens. Yeah, whatever. He'll come on when he comes. So
You can add him in post.
I'll hold one news story for him because he's the only one that'll care. I'll hold one news story for him in case he rolls in here. Hey, we're gonna talk Penguin finale, or I guess I will talk Penguin finale at the end of the podcast for a few minutes. Kevin, if you want to bounce before that, you can.
Will do.
I know you're not current. Because that wrapped up last week. I don't say a lot to say about it, but definitely have some thoughts on it. So, but I don't want to do that while we're doing our normal episodes. So I'll save a little bit for the end there. If you haven't caught up on Penguin, really should. Got some news stories. Talk about a few things, and then we'll talk about whatever. I don't know, whatever the hell. Let's talk about Penguin. See if Kevin. I don't know if Toby watched it. He might have seen them all. We'll see.
I doubt it. It's basketball season.
Is that why?
Yeah.
Maybe he's.
And the Warriors are playing tonight, so he's probably still watching.
Oh yeah, then
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
I was going to say if they were playing tonight, then he wouldn't have started watching it yet. He watches the games like way after the fact.
Yeah, he records and watches the rerun.
Yeah. Well, we have some news anyway. We'll talk about this stuff first, and I got a story for Toby about the Smurfs. I don't know if he's heard this, and if he comes in, I'll mention it. But I'll bring it up later if he doesn't come in. Anyway, so I when DC announced their compact comic line, I was not a fan personally with the formatting and price point. I had some concerns, if you would. This is DC's $9.99 small digest size graphic novel collections of their popular. I don't want to say digest; it's paperback size, so like paperback book size.
YA size.
Yeah. And Marvel's done this to some, it's a minor success, but I don't know to how much. We saw some of them, but I've never heard that they've sold any better or worse than anything else Marvel puts out. And I think like Image started to put out a couple books in this format too, but yeah, no real interest. But with the price point and with the price point and selection, seemed like DC had a little bit of a chance. And sure enough, according to DC, incredible success. There are 10 volumes that were published in 2024. All have gone back to press. And then we got the 2025 lineup of the new books that are coming out in this format. So this is the 5.5 by 8.5 paperback sized editions, $9.99, all single volumes. The new books coming out in this format are Kingdom Come, Static Season 1, which is like the modern stuff. Deceased, Batwoman Elegy, which is the Rucka J.H. Williams stuff. Superman Birthright, Authority Book 1, and Superman Batman Book 1. Authority Book 1 is the Warren Ellis, Brian Hitch stuff, and Superman Batman is the Jeff Loeb, Ed McGuinness, Michael Turner. We'll talk about that in a second. DC New Frontier, Wonder Woman Blood and Guts, which is the Brian Azzarello, Cliff Chiang, New 52 stuff. Death, which is all the Neil Gaiman stuff, all the miniseries. Harley Quinn Wild at Hearts, which is some of the Amanda Palmer. Sorry,
Amanda Connor and Jimmy Palmiotti.
Jimmy Palmiotti. I can read. I know I can. I said Neil Gaiman and Amanda Palmer. It's like, no, yeah. Connor Palmiotti. There you go. That's what I was trying to say. Batman Along Halloween, Wild Last Man Book 1, V for Vendetta, and We 3. So a couple thoughts on a few of these. The complaint that a lot of people had with one of the first volumes was the Joker compact comic, because it was the Brian Azzarello, Liber Mayhew Joker book, which is much smaller than the rest. Some of these, a lot of these are like 12 issue volumes. That Joker book is a lot smaller, but it's the same price. We3 is the same problem. It's only 3 issues. If they're charging $10 for that, that's a tiny book. So I don't know if there's a ton of extra
is
bonus stuff
there
or
extras?
more stories. I don't know. They haven't said. It's coming out in November, so maybe they're trying to get some stuff planned to be in there at the same point. But we're getting our first batch of, really volume ones. Well, technically, American Vampire Book 1 did
drop,
come out.
Yeah.
So we're getting more of them. Why the Last Man, Authority, and Superman Batman.
Wonder Woman technically is one. Court of Owls technically is one.
Yeah. They don't have to be, though. They are these were single volume books that can, be their own thing. They weren't they're reformatted to be, they were released in single issue as obviously just numbers 1 through whatever. But, there's nothing on to say book 1, 2, 3. So I don't know. I kind of thought the point of this was to be standalone, quick grab and go. If we're starting in the book 2s, 3s, 4, 5, or doing more longer runs, I think it kind of defeats the purpose of what this is for. I'm not saying it can't be successful. I mean, we won't carry them.
We'll carry. You'll carry the ones that are
carry volume 1.
Yeah. Well, no, you'll carry the standalone ones for sure.
Yeah. And volume ones. But, I'll treat it the same way I do a lot of other books and manga, where it's just, man, I'm happy stuff's available, but I feel like instead of making lots of different products available, we have a lot of the same things available in 12 different formats now, and I'm not sure how much I like that. DC and Marvel especially have done great with the omnibuses and DC Finest, which have just started coming out, which are their version of the Marvel epics, reprint a lot of the classic stuff in chronological order. But do I need a Why the Last Man, compendium, 4-volume run, Finest, omnibus? Do we need 4 versions of these books? I really don't think so. There's a couple books you want Kingdom Come in an oversized hardcover and an Absolute and a compact comic. I mean, sure, I could see a few books that it makes sense with, but Superman, Batman, no. Why? No. American Vampire, no. I just don't know what the audience is for those books in multi-volume formats. I think it's a good sampler. I think the cheap first book's a good sampler, then push people to the standard product. My biggest concern the whole time has been the price point. $9.99 is great, and I love having customers get good deals, but these are way cheaper than the standard graphic novel version, and I'm always fearful of having the price devaluing the products. Marvel's versions of these are going to be $14.99, which is definitely closer. It's not as expensive, but I think it's more in line with what the price should be. I don't know. Interesting. We'll see where this goes. Are you? I'm not a fan of the size myself, but we have sold a lot.
Ryan, are they the same size as those Marvel Masterworks? Those new?
A little bit thinner. So these are really the size of standard paperback novels, right? That they're not the mass market.
They're 5.5 by 8.5.
Yeah, but I hadn't seen those new Marvel Masterwork. Those little versions are the same height. I'm not talking about the thickness of the contents.
Yeah. No, they're a lot thinner, and they're like a quarter of an inch wider, or like half an inch wider. They're like kind of a funky size. They're just scaled down from the big size. I can see if I can pull up
They're the 6x9s.
Are they 6x9?
If it's a little bit bigger, it's most likely a 6x9.
Yeah. So there's a couple different formats, and I know a lot of the YA stuff is 6x9 or 5 7/5 by 9. So yeah, they're just a little bit different. They're a little different than these. So I don't know how much of it, this has been kind of squished to fit the 5.5 by 8.5. I feel like the customers I've talked to, and the people that like them love them, and the people that don't want anything to do with them. So that it is like, this isn't. It's a pretty split audience. So I'm not against having multiple versions of stuff, but you start having 100 different volumes in this. I don't know. It seems like more than what I think the market can bear for this stuff, and I have no. It'll be really curious to see the book scan numbers at the end of the year of how these have actually done outside the comic store.
Yeah.
Because that is the point of it, is to be, it's great if it's selling good in comic stores, but the idea is that this is supposed to sell on Amazon and bookstores and airports and blah, blah, blah. And I don't see them anywhere but comic stores. I just assume they're not doing anything different in bookstores than all the other graphic novels are. I mean, if someone's seen a big display of them at their local bookstore, I'd love to see it, but I don't think they're doing any better than anything else has.
Would you prefer the books be smaller and be more introductory? Like say like Court of Owls was only like the first 3 or 4 issues instead of the whole run?
No.
Okay.
No, that's even worse.
You want them to have a complete story. Like these are really good if they're complete stories. So like what are the ones that they've done is Hush, All-Star Batman, All-Star Superman, right? Far Sector.
Yeah, but we're talking like basically all those runs are like, 12 issues, right? So you're talking about a 12-issue run for about $10. So I'm just wondering if maybe the part of the reason was price point. So if you lower the number of like 5 issues for the same price, then you're getting in the range of being less competitive, but
that's the problem the Joker one had. The Joker one is significantly smaller.
But it's still a full thing, though. What I'm saying is more like, I was just wondering if Ryan preferred it to be like, hey, here's the first 3 issues. If you like it, get the rest later. Like, get the actual thing for the rest.
Nah. I think that kind of defeats the purpose of it. I just think it should be single volume books. I don't think it should be multi-volume books.
Okay. So just the price point really is the only thing.
Yeah, and I think they would sell. It's tough because the more expensive they get, the less likely they're going to sell. People, the deal makes it a hard thing for customers to pass up on.
Mm-hmm.
Now, are those in addition to people that would then buy the standard versions? Are they buying these instead? I think for the most part, a lot of these sales are going to people that probably wouldn't have bought them the other way, right? Just because of the price. So it's possible a lot of these sales are additional sales, and it's not really affecting the sales of the main version at the comic shop level. My concern is the person browsing on Amazon and I brought this up when these got announced. They see the $29.99 version of Watchmen. They see the $9.99 version of Watchmen. They're like, well, I'm buying the $10 copy, not knowing they're getting the inferior product. All right. At the comic shop, you're the people that are buying these know the other versions exist. Well,
you can show them directly. Like, here's Hush. Right. Here's the Hush compact. Here's the Hush, standard. We currently don't have a hardcover, but there is an absolute, or we do have a deluxe version. Right, so you can show them the different things right then and there.
Yeah.
So basically, I don't Amazon to really label it as this is compact, not.
I mean, they do, they are, but most people aren't going to have. Yeah. Most people aren't going to see it. So.
But again, I think it's. Yeah. I think I don't like Court of Owls is like, well, it's a contained story. That's fine, right? Mm-hmm. And if you're transitioning from these compact editions to things like better compendium editions. Mm-hmm. I can see it being a good kind of pathway into it because getting into comics is how did you get in? Did you get in single issues? Did you get in with, Archie? Like, how did you get into comics? And it, like, just having a vein for people to get in is great. But yeah, like you said, volume ones, like, I don't. And that Wii 3 is too tiny. Like,
that's going to be, that
thing is
as small as the Joker. Yeah.
Like, I mean, that better be like $4.99. Like,
I figure it's got to be another story with it, like the other one that Joker had, the Luthor story with it.
No.
didn't it?
No, it was just Joker. Yeah. If it had Luthor, it would have been perfect.
Oh, they didn't.
It just had Joker.
They didn't combine them. They did that with the Absolute. That's weird.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
But like Long Halloween, awesome, right? That's a good one to have coming down the pipe, right? New Frontier, Birthright, Kingdom Come, like all of these are good.
Of the ones announced, the things that I think would work the best have like a really a good just selection of single volumes to get people interested, and then they access the real things. Mm-hmm. Kingdom Come, great. Mm-hmm. Superman Birthright, yep. New Frontier, yep. Long Halloween, Watchmen, All-Star Superman, Court of Owls, Hush, and that's it.
Well,
that's
Far Sector's
of
good.
These ones. Yeah, but I mean, but that's
it's self-contained.
Stick to it's self-contained, but stick to the absolute top ones.
I'm just going to put it out there now because I'm a sucker for it. I wouldn't mind a Day Tripper compact.
Yeah, but I just they're gonna. I think
you're gonna get death metal. You're gonna get metal. You're gonna get death metal. You're gonna get Crisis. You're gonna they're gonna do all of those.
But those are bad introductions to comics.
Yeah,
I wouldn't do any of those as the $9.99 kind of sampler comic to give to someone. I wouldn't do that.
Oh, I can't wait for Final Crisis. Maybe they'll give you the Wikipedia page to follow along with.
Yeah, I mean,
they might make good Christmas presents
in that size.
Yeah.
All right. Move on. Someone's here. Maybe it's Smurfs time. Is it Smurfs time, Toby?
Sure, it's always Smurfs time.
Okay, we'll get the Smurfs in just a second. I saved it for you.
Wait, no, is it really Smurf stuff?
Yeah, the Smurfs news. Yeah, I saved it for you.
Wait, what Smurfs news?
I'll get to it in just 1 second.
Hurry up.
I got one story, then I'll get to it. If you've been following, we talked last week or last episode about Diamond shuttering one of their warehouses. There was also another big news story that dropped this past week that Hachette, Abrams / Yen Press, so all one of the major book distributors, Hachette, they basically had. Is it Hachette? Hachette? I always said Hachette. Is it Hachette?
Huh?
Don't know how to pronounce that.
I think it's Hachette.
Yeah, I think it's Hachette. Yeah, I think that's how I've always said it. Hachette. I think it's Hachette. It's one of the major book distributors that obviously does a lot of manga and kids' craft novels, but sub-distributes it to Diamond, and one of the biggest. Let me see. Grand Central, Little Brown, Self-Made Hero, Orion, and Running Press. Lots of other little sub imprints that are part of that distribution. Probably most important would be they're the distributor for the main primary distributor for Diary of a Wimpy Kid, very popular comic-y book series. They've been having some problems and not providing their products to Diamond. Now, we don't know anything about it, whether it was non-payment, whether it was some other issue. But they have just started basically like 6 months worth of stuff is now available again for Diamond to distribute. So I'm seeing another pretty major problem with Diamond Comics. I'm very concerned. I've been concerned for quite a while about Diamond. I don't know how they survive losing, 90% of their exclusive distribution methods. So we talked about Boom, right? Boom got bought by Penguin Random House. We talked about that a while ago when it happened.
Yeah.
I think so. And they're like officially now going to be also sub-distributed to Diamond, one of the final publishers that they still had. So yeah. If your comic store has not gotten your Yen Press manga book for you in the last 6 months, this is why. So stuff is coming, but I would be a little concerned. I found out today, again, this is on, I saw it on Bleeding Cool. I didn't see this anywhere else. I have no idea any info on this. We've not heard anything from Lunar. Maybe we'll hear it tomorrow. Lunar Distribution, the other company, dropped Scout Comics entirely. just due to constant lateness, and none of their books have ever hit their scheduled dates. So they just dropped it. I mean, they must not have been selling hardly any anyway. So yeah, they've dropped them entirely, just over their lateness, just problems with getting anything out. So yeah, distribution stuff, man. Like you got to make sure you're getting the books out to your customers on time. And Scout, they sort of try to like reform their stuff, but they've been horrible. Like they've lost like most of their
audience,
most of the books that they were publishing, and most of their creators. And yeah, it's if you were buying Scout stuff, I don't know. Again, also not looking too good. You may want to start buying direct from them, or just not buying them at all, because I don't know how much of that stuff's going to get published. Really disappointing. Scout had some cool stuff, but they just didn't. I don't know. They were too much. They put all their crap on Whatnot. They do all sorts of like exclusive variants and all sorts of live sale crap, and the books were just not selling at the comic shops like they needed to. It's unfortunate. All the Frank Miller comics went exclusive with Abrams too. So the new Ronin graphic novel never shipped. That's like the one thing that affected us. So that's finally coming. If you want to read the new Ronin book.
Who was publishing that?
That was like Frank Miller Press, right?
Yeah,
like,
but who was the
Didio's?
Yeah, but what was the label part of? That was it Dark Horse?
No, they did it themselves.
Yeah.
Didio started that with Miller, and now Didio's gone, and I think Miller sold all his stuff to Abrams. So
they didn't have a parent company; they were just running that label. Oh,
yeah. So Abrams is going to publish Pandora. Was that the kids' book he was working on? And
he had a book called Pandora.
Ronin, and there was a couple other books. So it's all coming out through Abrams now. Which, I mean,
okay.
Ronin seems cool. Ronin 2 seemed neat. That was your buddy, right? Did the art, Lane and Toby?
Yeah, Philip.
Yeah, Philip. Yep, Philip.
Oh, he only did the
art
first
on that.
5.
Yeah,
he didn't. He didn't do the last one.
Yeah, that's weird. Who did the last one? It wasn't. I mean, Miller didn't do it, right?
No, someone else. I forget who it was, but they had a disagreement, and then they just something happened to the book.
Yeah,
there's something weird that happened.
Yeah.
Well, I did the whole company kind of. I don't think it lasted, and Didio's gone too. It just didn't work. I feel like there was something wrong there. Toby, your Smurfs news. Got some Smurfs news for you. Yeah, just for you. For the first time ever.
Oh, are the Black Smurfs coming back?
All the Smurfs comics will be released in chronological order.
Dark fast.
By Man Cave Studios.
Well, I mean, didn't the Paper Cuts people do that?
They released all like the random like single volume things and stuff. No, this is like the Smurfs Archives full every book. This is kind of like how Fantagraphics has done like the Disney stuff, right? Like the Duck stuff. They're going to do it in a summer collection. 300 pages of story and historical commentary per volume, and so they're going.
Are they going to be in its original size?
I do not.
Because that's the thing I hated on the Paper Cut stuff. It was smaller than the original.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you. I don't even want big volumes. I want just them to be like the original ones. I mean, that's what Paper Cuts was doing, but they were just doing them like half the size or a quarter the size.
Does not say. It says 3 and 4 page hardcover collector's edition.
Yeah, that sounds like a bunch of them.
So yeah. I mean, they're not doing like the individual volumes. It's going to be just like a collection of them in order. And it must be unedited, right?
Hold on.
Yeah, the Smurfs Adventure.
I don't know. I think it's been the Purple Smurfs ever since. Okay, I don't think they ever went back to it.
So
so they're doing the Smurfs and the Magic Flute to the Little Smurfs Adventure and through the first album set story, The Flying Smurf. So 1958 to 1963. for the first one.
Was it Fantagraphics?
It's Paper Cuts.
So,
it is Paper Cuts is doing it.
Yeah.
So if you click on the link that was in the thing that you provided, it goes to the Amazon page, and the dimensions on Amazon state it's 9.02 by 5.98 by 0.79. So it's going to be small.
I don't know if it's. I don't know.
It's like a 9x6 or a 6x9.
That might be the same size they're doing the Asterix books in, because I think that's them too.
Yeah, I think they're all small.
Yeah, smaller than original.
Yeah.
They're not the album sized. Yeah,
I got the Smurfs anthology hardcovers from you. I actually like those.
Yeah, these will be just bigger than those DC compacts.
Not sure. We'll see. I'll have to look at them.
Yep.
Should be cool. May double dip, but we'll see.
Yeah. Well, it's never wrong with Smurfs. It's good to see that stuff actually coming out in some complete collection. So again, they've done like the really small sized ones.
Yeah, but the hardcovers were actually kind of nice.
The hardcovers were nice, yeah.
Yeah, and they were close to the original size, like pretty much almost the same.
Yeah, I don't know what wasn't in there, or if they didn't publish them in order. They were just like a random collection or something. So Paper Cuts claims this is the first time in release order, so in the correct order. So
maybe it's just not in the same order.
Yeah, I don't know if some of that stuff got edited. I don't know if the Black Smurf one got published in that. I think it must have, right?
No, I mean the Black Smurfs is the same Smurfs book. They're just purple. It doesn't take anything away from the story at all.
Yeah, they just changed the color of them.
Yeah, which doesn't matter really.
Yeah. I don't. It doesn't say anything about it, whether it's edited or any of that stuff. All right, got a couple movie, TV things here. For end of year, we're getting a lot of like little movie and comic movie and TV tidbit, little stuff dropped here. Did you watch Penguin, Toby? Did you finish Penguin?
Dude, I was the only one here that watched it on a weekly basis.
Okay, so yeah, you finished. We're gonna talk. Me and you will talk some Penguin at the end. Kevin's gonna drop because he hasn't finished. So. There was a Variety piece. It said that Joker 2 is disappointing. Yeah, no shit. As execs are pressed on a possible breakup of Warner Brothers. This has been floated for a very long time. And I initially, when I saw this, I was like, oh, yeah, here we go. Superman, blah, blah, blah. If Superman bombs, it's all over, yada, yada, yada. Maybe we can save it when you're ready to do it. Then it dawned on me. I'm like, wait a minute. I forgot. I'm a rational human being that thinks quality means success, and that if something is good, then you continue it. I forgot how business works, is that you buy a thing, you run up all the debt you possibly can, you get a shitload of investors, you then break up the thing, sell it off for pieces, a golden parachute yourself to be a billionaire, and then suffer no consequences. I completely forgot that that's how things work.
I thought that was your long-term plan for Comics Conspiracy.
I'm getting there. there. And so the actual
Marshall and I won't let it happen. Don't worry.
The actual quality of a Superman film is completely irrelevant. The success of a Superman film is completely irrelevant because this is just the plan. The plan is that Warner Brothers will be dissolved into Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings licensing and the MonsterVerse stuff in DC Comics and the writing's on the wall. And we are mere years from DC Comics being
bought by Marvel.
Warner Brothers collapsing and DC being sold off. So pardon my ignorance. I'm sorry, I forgot that.
So do you think
it doesn't matter? It doesn't matter if Superman's any good or not. So at least that's off my
Do you think DC will be bought by Amazon, Twitter?
It'll be bought by like Tencent or something like that. Like they need to farm some more IPs. Like yeah, it's fine. Yeah, it'll
or maybe some Chinese company that'll really want to.
Yeah, it'll be bought by some Chinese conglomerate, and
the first movie they release is that Valiant versus DC movie that they've always wanted to do.
As Zaslav is saying, because of the new administration, he is hoping for looser regulatory concerns, and that he can, that more mergers are coming. So, spin off or sell Warner Discovery to Xfinity, sell it to Comcast, and Comcast.
It'll never be called Warner Brothers again. They'll have to rebrand.
Merge with Apple, and then we're down to just the three companies again. So, yeah, it's so fucking sad. It's like, yeah, yeah.
You should have saved that for the last story.
Jesus,
it's nothing.
How do you come back from that? Like,
it's like you're staring at the asteroid coming, and you're like, well, nothing you can do. All right, well, moving on.
No, there's something you can do. You can stare at it and go, that's going to be a deep impact.
Yeah. At least we know. At least we have other Joker news. In case you were waiting for a Joker TV show with Barry Keoghan, right? I pronounced his name Keoghan. James Gunn has said there is absolutely no truth to a Batman TV show featuring the
horrible Joker from the Batman movie.
Correct.
Oh,
correct.
God! Thank God.
The non-canonical Joker appearance in the Batman movie. That was just a bonus thing that isn't actually.
That's not a bonus.
Don't
ever fucking call it that. No, that was not a bonus. A bonus implies something enjoyable.
No, it was like a bonus scene that's not actually in the movie. So
there's a reason it was bad.
It was fine. It was just totally unnecessary.
It was bad.
I love that Gunn just will totally comment on everything. Like, this is the best part of this. Is he just like, yeah, no, bullshit. No, this is all bullshit. No, total bullshit. So,
I mean, I know the world has been clamoring for more Joker content. So that's the downside.
Well, especially post Joker 2 may have a little bit of a.
Well, they're
take a break.
They're going in a different direction. They're going to do the Lady Gaga Harley Quinn show now.
Kevin, is this like there's no Joker comic right now? The Joker is not the villain in any current.
Let's
currently released.
Don't jinx anything. Let's savor this moment.
No, I'm trying to. Joker.
Zdarsky wrote that Joker thing before, at the start of it, or recently.
But that was
like last year
ago. Yeah,
or earlier this year.
No, I'm trying to think if there's a book.
Like right now,
currently,
they finished the Joker, the Man.
Yeah, that's been over.
That's been over
for a while. Interesting.
Punchline's been in some stuff.
Now don't jinx it, and we find out that Joker's behind Long Halloween 2.
Oh, he's going to show up in that. Yeah, he'll show up in
that.
He'll show up.
Well, no, because he has to. It's every one is a character, so he will be in that.
And he'll have to be in Hush too as well.
He'll be in Hush too, yeah.
Maybe. Well, we have a little bit of a Joker break here, Kevin. You get your 6 months with no Joker, so you can look forward to that.
I mean, it's I cannot tell you the last time I read a comic book with the Joker in it. A current comic, I mean. I really couldn't tell you the last time. So it's not like I've got Joker overload. It's just more like a case of like, why don't you make it awesome when he shows up again and have the fans not see him for 18 months?
Yeah, he does show up quite a bit. It's been a while since he's been in anything. Also, an article on Deadline that Blue Beetle actor Zolo Maraduena will be reprising Blue Beetle on an animated series. So that's cool. Blue Beetle has had a couple attempts at animated stuff.
Wait, is this continuing the story from the Blue Beetle movie?
I don't know. I don't think there's any info on it. I'd heard something about a Blue Beetle animated thing a while back, but there was never anything more about it. But he's actively talking about it now, so that's good. I mean, Blue Beetle's a fun character. I think it'll, they're aiming that as kind of one of the more kind of teen DC characters.
Yeah.
It makes sense to kind of tap into that. And
I still haven't watched it.
Yeah, it's fun. Yeah.
Well, no, I had an issue getting a copy because I received 3.
Blue Beetle?
Yeah, I received 3 resealed copies from Amazon.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a problem with it, or?
They were literally resealed.
Yeah, but was it damaged, or?
I have no idea. I was like, this is a resealed product. This isn't new.
Oh. Whatever. Was it from like a third party, or was it from Amazon proper?
The first one was from a third party. The second 2 were from Amazon's warehouse.
That's weird.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what the hell was I saying? Blue Beetle animated series. No, Blue Beetle movie was fun. Yep. No info. No info on what's going to happen.
Get it eventually.
At least, yeah. And a little bit of Marvel. Marvel cinematic news. Also get the Toby's here for this one. Waiting for him on this one.
You have to say it with the accent.
This is from Games Radar. I'll read the headline directly. Ryan Reynolds says Marvel is obsessed with Channing Tatum's Gambit after Deadpool and Wolverine. So this is it, Toby.
All right.
We getting the Channing Tatum Gambit movie?
We're gonna understand anything in the
Let's do it.
Gambit movie?
Well, people don't understand me either, so I'm fine with it. Let's do it.
All right, add it to the bingo card.
Add it to the bingo card.
Are we going to get there was another story I'll talk about here in a bit where we'll talk about just the X-Men stuff coming up. But yeah, anything that's going to get greenlit at this point is years and years out. So, it obviously we're still many years.
Hey, you can't know that. They've fast tracked some.
Oh, look, this
before.
isn't Venom, and they can just shit these things out, right? Like they're fine with this. This isn't Blade.
It's not like Iron Man 2.
Yeah, delay. Yeah. We're not on that schedule.
Wait. I saw the headline. Kevin Feige says Marvel's still committed to Blade with Mahershala Ali. Come on, don't bury the lead.
I'm getting to it. I got a couple here.
I'm like, there's so much Midnight Suns. Come on.
Yeah. There is a shitload coming out in 2025, and then fucking nothing coming out after that for a few years. Like, if something was coming out in 2026 other than Avengers, like, we'd know about it, right? Like, they would have had to announce. They would have announced it already, I assume. So there's not much coming. There's nothing coming Sony-wise, save Spider-Man 4, and that's 2-3 years out because they're going to word is start production next summer. So that's 2027 at the earliest, right? So we're going to get at least a couple years of very little Marvel stuff, saving them. An Avengers movie and
you have Thunderbolts coming. You have Captain America.
No, next year is packed, and then there's like nothing. There's very little announced coming out after that. So
they're probably saving it for to announce it during.
But like, what are they? I mean, if a movie was coming out February 2026, like it'd already be filming. Like we'd already know it existed, right?
No, so, I mean, we'd want to, but
it's pretty hard for a Marvel movie to happen. In 9 months, in 19 months, 18 months, and have nobody know it exists.
Oh, how cool would that be if they just did a surprise, like an album drop?
Sure. Yeah, there's Avengers in May and Avengers in May of 2026 and 2027.
And Sentry in June.
And that's it. All right, there's nothing else?
The Sentry's in June.
Unless I'm forgetting something that actually is officially dated.
Okay, the Bob in June.
The Bob.
Okay, Ryan. What do you see first? What is in a theater screen first? The Sony new the next Spider. What is that? Number 4? Yeah, 4. The next Tom Holland Spider-Man movie, or the next animated Spider-Verse movie. Which is in a theater first?
No. That's too easy. It's definitely going to be Spider-Verse. But Blade would be a better bet in this one.
Well, Ryan's going to say Blade's never happening. I want to give him two things that are happening.
I'm looking at a few. Hold on, I'm looking at a few different
Tom is
sites
being
here.
older though.
A couple sites have just Avengers, and 26 and 27, and nothing else. Screen Rant actually has Spider-Man 4 dated for the July 24th, 2026, after Avengers, right? Because Avengers is May, right? Avengers 2026. So I don't know about that. I don't think we're getting Spider-Man 4 in July 20. In what is that like 20 months? Maybe, but if we're getting one Avengers movie in 2025 or 2026, one Spider-Man, and then Avengers and maybe something else. What's the question? Blade or Spider-Verse?
No. Tom Holland Spider-Man or Spider-Verse, which is in a theater first?
Oh, Tom Holland Spider-Man. Oh, Tom Holland Spider-Man for sure. Yeah, Beyond the Spider-Verse is years out.
I'm glad they ended on that cliffhanger.
There's just no way. Animation takes so much longer. It's going to take them, and they're not, and it makes a quarter as much money as the live action stuff. So they're not going to.
They're using AI, so that's going to go faster.
Yeah, they're not going to throw that much at it compared to Spider-Man. They'll fucking move heaven and earth to get a live action Spider-Man movie out. Spider-Verse, no. I mean, it could be 2026. It could be like winter 2026 after the other one. If this July 2026 is right for Spider-Man, again, that seems too soon, but maybe. I was thinking like 2027 earliest for Beyond the Spider-Verse, because I don't even know how far they're into it. It did not sound like they were very far into it when it was supposed to be out. It seemed like it was still years away from happening. Yeah,
I did think of another item for the New Year's poll.
Yeah,
Spawn, right, is a lock.
Yeah.
Blade is number 2.
Yeah.
Number 3 is some kind of return to or resolution of Kang. Different actor, maybe, but
I get the feeling they're gonna
just pretend it never happened.
I don't know. He died on the way back to his home planet, right? Like, they're just gonna Poochie him. Like, it's just
Poochie.
Yeah. They're just
Poochie.
He's done. Yes, Poochie.
The fuck?
Poochie from Poochie, the often referenced on this podcast and everywhere on the internet for 40 years from The Simpsons. Poochie, yes, he died on his way back to his home planet. Yes.
So okay, all right.
Yeah.
You're saying you would more likely see a Spawn live action movie in a theater than Kang?
Jesus.
I mean, they could. Just think of a different actor. He could be around. Like, will Kang show up in something? I mean, he fucking has to, right? Like, they can't just.
You just said they're going to Poochie him.
Yeah, but that still involves him showing up, right? like he could be in the beginning of Avengers 9 or whatever, and he just is. It's like a dead. All the Kangs are dead, and Doom is standing there with his head in his hand or something like that. But he's still in the movie, right?
All right.
Like, Kang will be there. Spawn. Fuck Spawn. Spawn never happened. You'll blow it out your ass, Todd. What are you thinking? Spawn.
Does it count if he shows up in What If?
No.
That's probably more likely, right?
Okay. That doesn't count.
This is a list of stuff that's been, like, rumored or mentioned, but just nothing has dates. X-Men 97 Season 2... Spider-Man sophomore year, which is the second season of the Spider-Man animated series, but that'll be a couple years out. Vision Quest, no date. Nova series, no date. A Marvel live action Wakanda TV series, no date. Spider-Man Noir, not Disney, that's Sony, but that's likely the last Sony product that's, it's like kind of its own thing, because again, there will be no more Sony movies. Like, that's not going to happen. You can't have this many colossal failures in a row and continue. It's just they have to pull out at some point. So we'll get a couple Spider-Man things, but we're not going to get fucking Rocket Racer or fucking White Rabbit or any of that shit. Like Silver Sable. Like, no.
Don't you want
Racer and Silver Sable?
Yeah, sure. I'm fine with them as comic book characters. I don't need live action movies.
Over Kraven the Hunter.
You need a White Rabbit so you can get rid of those figures.
Thor 5, Scarlet Witch, Doctor Strange 3, Black Panther 3, Guardians 4, and the X-Men coming in.
Wait, where are these universe? Where are these titles listed? What are these?
I mean, there was speculation? More. Yeah. Like there are things that have not wrapped up, right? There is more Scarlet Witch stuff. There is stuff happening post Black Panther and Doctor Strange. Guardians 3 sets up a whole new team.
Denzel is coming to join the not Blade cast, Black Panther cast.
Yeah. So there's they're writing a role for him, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There's stuff happening, but I think it's gonna be all the stuff's a couple years out.
I'm cool with that. He was supposed to be the original Black Panther, like years and years and years and years.
Yeah, was he?
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that. Like in the 90s, then to do it.
Like early 90s, he was supposed to be Black Panther. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's also the guy that kind of took Chadwick Boseman under his wing, like with scholarships and stuff like that. So this is like a full circle moment. It's actually kind of cool, I think.
Just tell me when Harry Styles and Pip the Troll are coming back. I'm ready.
Never.
My body is ready.
Kevin, this is the one you were waiting for. We are committed to Blade. We love the character. This is from Kevin Feige. Direct quotes from Kevin Feige here the last few days. Whenever we change direction with a project or we're still figuring out how to fit in the schedule, we'll let the audience know. You're all up to date on what's happening. I can tell you that the character will indeed make it to the MCU. So,
isn't he already?
Any day now.
Well, he already
any
did.
day now.
Yeah, he already did.
I mean, a disembodied voice, a disembodied. Like, you have no idea. How did anyone know that's Blade? Like, unless you read the article that tell you it's Blade. Like, you have no clue.
Right. No, I'm just saying. No, Deadpool.
Oh, no. No, the MCU Blade.
Oh, did something happen in Agatha?
No.
And the hell?
Eternals.
Yeah.
But we haven't said it's not the different.
Yeah.
We don't know.
God, I forgot that movie.
Just bring Wesley back.
Yeah. So there
to
you go.
be clear, if it comes out as some shitty PG-13 CGI vampire fest, do not look at me and go, "See, you got what you wanted." I want an R-rated actual horror movie that happens to be set in the Marvel universe. So let's be clear.
That was with an interview with Omelette.
Yeah, so they can get Ryan Reynolds back and Jessica Biel.
Yeah,
bring them all back.
Triple H.
No, I have two.
Oh, it also stars one of my Prison Break folks.
Yeah.
I have two more. Ryan Reynolds talking even more about Deadpool and Wolverine. Again, there's a lot of little bits out.
Did you guys see the rumors about him buying Marvel?
What?
Yeah, it was the funniest rumor I've ever seen.
Ryan Reynolds buying Marvel?
Back from what's it called, Disney. I'm like, ha 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 ha.
That's not how that happened. That's not how that works.
Yeah.
Unless Ryan Reynolds has
gazillions of dollars.
Maybe they'd let it go for 100 bills. I mean, maybe.
100 billion? Fuck no. They would. No. It's way more than that.
Honestly, I don't know if there's a dollar amount that could get it away from them.
I think if you gave him a cool 100 bill, I think Disney could walk away for that sort of money. That's like a 10x recoup on their.
I feel like
20x recoup on their cost.
I don't know. Toby. I feel like this is one of the, once it's one of those. Once they swallowed it up, they're never going to let it go.
Toby, you have an unlimited checkbook. Okay, for the sake of this question, you have an unlimited checkbook. Which of these could you get from Disney? Okay, if the price is right, which of these could you get from Disney? Marvel, Lucasfilm, or Pixar?
The Muppets.
No, they'd give you Pixar for a song and dance today. You kidding me? They want to get that. They want to get rid of that.
Wait, Lucas,
Marvel, or Pixar?
No,
which would be the number you could reach where they would let it go?
Pixar. They have Disney. They have Disney. Yeah. There's people inside Disney that can't wait to kill Pixar.
Yeah, they have Disney.
They're like, this is like the third time we bought this fucking company.
I don't know, man. They sell a lot of those cars. They sell a lot of those damn cars.
No, but they want to kill the brand. They don't want Pixar as a brand. They get rid of that shit. Just call it all Disney.
So they keep all the existing property, but Pixar walks away?
Sell the corporation.
Dud after dud recently. Like, I think. Wait,
I could. That's the most likely scenario out of this bunch.
Yeah.
That Pixar as a brand becomes its own entity again, but they lose all the properties. Kind of like when Seattle Supersonics left Seattle and became Oklahoma Thunder. They're like, yeah. I could see Pixar being its own thing again. Well, they pretty much have to start over at that point. They lose.
Yeah, I don't think they would want to give up Cars and Finding Nemo and shit like that.
That's more like
Toy Story. But they could dump the Pixar brand tomorrow and nobody would care.
I mean, that's more
nobody
like
Disney would care.
If Lucas was any younger, I say Lucas might get his name back, but not Star Wars or Indiana Jones.
Yeah. They want the IP. They don't care about They don't care.
Wait. Well, it's the question: including the IP or not?
Including the whole package with your checkbook. Just for the sake of argument, you can. There's one of these they will let go. Which one do you think they would let go if you wrote the big enough check?
I still think it's Pixar.
It's still Pixar.
Because they already have such a strong animation studio.
I think this is an impossible ask because I don't think none of them would let go.
But for the sake of this.
Yeah, I know.
I still think it's Pixar.
Yeah.
No, so you don't realize that DC gave us the roadmap already, right? AT&T bought out Warner Brothers to get DC. So Mint Mobile's going to buy out Disney.
Man, I don't know. I think if you go by the numbers today, it probably is Pixar, but man, that's a weird one.
So you're telling me that then they will release Mint Mobile's, Disney's, Marvel's Deadpool action figure?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, just checking.
Yes.
That's a good question, Kevin.
Seems like everybody's in agreement, though.
No, it's going to keep me up all night, though.
So, in other words, nothing new.
Nothing new.
Yeah.
Just put a movie on. You'll go to sleep, Toby.
I still think Muppets is the most realistic out of the bunch.
That's why I didn't include that. Come on, you got to make it.
It's so sad.
That's like asking which Disney princess do you think you could buy from them?
It's Barry Muppets. Yeah, it's depressing. Well, Ryan Reynolds had more to say. It wasn't about buying Marvel Comics, but it was some early Deadpool Wolverine cameos that were supposed to be there that did not happen. And Ben Affleck as Daredevil and Nicolas Cage as Ghost Rider were in the early drafts officially. So look for a special feature Deadpool Wolverine with them edited back into the movie coming out soon from YouTube. So I'm sure Toby's already working on that. Getting Nick Cage and Affleck back in the movie, just splicing some scenes. You can do it.
He's just feeding Face Off and The Rock and a couple other movies into an AI engine
to
get the feeling.
And the last little part, this I'm kind of jumping around here our topics, but this goes back to that Kevin Feige interview with Omelette. It's during D23 Brazil is where a lot of this stuff comes from. The X-Men. I mean, this is translated, so not a direct quote here, but the X-Men, important part of the future. Obviously, when we're preparing for Avengers Endgame, it was a matter of getting the Grim Bay. But that's not what I wanted to read. Where the hell was I? Sorry, I lost my spot. I lost myself. We're preparing for Avengers Endgame. It was a matter of getting to the grand finale of our narrative, and then we had to start all over again after that. This time on the road to Secret Wars, we already know very well what's going to happen, but the story is talking about the X-Men coming in, beyond Secret Wars. Secret Wars 2027, so do not look for your precious X-Men until 2028 and on. And I assume we'll say goodbye to most of the Avengers cast at that point, unless they're going to recast them, and then it'll be all X-Men We're going to have the X-Men MCU, X-Men and Fantastic Four, Spider-Man. I think they got to sunset some of the Avengers stuff, right? It's like, because they're not going to get the actors back for any
We
of
have
stuff.
all the young Avengers that you hate.
Them.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're going to get young Avengers.
We're going to get the new champions.
Yeah. Well, that's the young Avengers.
We're going to get hashtag Snowflake.
So don't expect.
Do you think they should sunset this version of the Marvel Universe at that point and then just start over with the X-Men in it?
It would make sense post Secret Wars to have them
soft start everything over.
Yeah. And if they want to recast, if they want to, bring the FF into the mainline continuity,
they could almost have like a brand new day.
Yeah, it's like they're gonna hopefully sunset the multiverse too for a little while, because they gotta pull back from that. So I don't know, lots of options. The FF from another world, so they're gonna have to get them in. They could just be here, but it would make more sense if they were here the whole time.
Is that confirmed they're in another world?
Yeah, I mean that's.
You know what they should do? They should start. They should have X-Men on Earth, and then do the space stuff, like Annihilation.
Yeah, I mean that'd be a great Avengers story, like X-Men and Avengers story. FF Guardians. Is always, I think, pretty much confirmed from the beginning that it's its own Earth. It's not connect. It's not the.
Yeah, because Franklin has to go and do his screwing stuff up stuff.
Yeah, I told you what I want. I told you guys what I want, right?
Yeah. Heroes Reborn.
Yeah. No, like it ends with the Fantastic Four losing Galactus, and the Watcher's like, shit, we gotta get out of here. I don't normally do this, but we gotta go, and grabs him and brings him over to the Marvel Universe. So that's my theory.
Was that? I've never heard you say that theory. Is that
even not? No. But I said this.
You may have said it. I haven't heard it.
Oh yeah. No. Like how you get the FF over, if from another universe, is it's a nice, sunny, bright FF movie, and here comes Silver Surfer, and here comes Galactus, and the Watcher is like, shit, this isn't good. What? Galactus is not supposed to be here yet. Okay, this is great. Okay, I'll help you guys. Here's the ultimate nullifier. Let's do. You play FF 48, 49, 50 like 100% straight, right? You basically do it exactly like the comics, and then they go with the ultimate nullifier and they do all this stuff, and they lose, and it doesn't work. And Galactus is like, "Yep," and now I'm going to start devouring the Earth, and he starts just devouring the Earth, and the Watcher's like, "Oh shit." Yeah, I already interfered. This is a little too much. We got to get out of here. This is not the way it's supposed to be. And so he grabs the FF and punts it over to the MCU Earth. And he's like, well, you guys are here now. We're going to figure this out. Galactus is coming. You were supposed to stop him. Galactus
I'm gonna modify this a little bit, because I don't think you end your premiere movie with a new team by having them run away.
I mean, destroy that universe, right?
Yeah, I think that. Yeah.
Have them lose.
Well, so that's the thing. Is like you guys read Life Story, right?
Yeah,
I know. I didn't.
So in Life Story, that's what the Fantastic Four is trying to do: is figure out the thing to defeat. I think it was Galactus. I can't remember.
Yeah, it's Galactus. Yeah,
it's Galactus. But the thing is like that kind of story, but it's really solid. And if they're pulled out at the end, right, of a movie like that, you're like, what? But you have to, when you do it, you have to pull them out in a way that makes it even bigger, right? Like they're pulled out not only by the Watcher, maybe they're pulled out by the other another Reed Richards, or that team of Reed Richards.
Yeah.
Ryan, there's one thing you didn't factor in, though. Did you see the news of who John Malkovich is playing in the FF? You have to factor that character in. It's very important.
Who?
Yeah,
who's he playing?
The Red Ghost.
He's like the Red Ghost. Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
So
if he has his army of super apes, Ryan, your whole theory is out the window, because that is the number one threat.
The rumor is I don't know. Should I say it? You
go ahead. Go ahead.
I mean, do you care?
I don't care about
rumors. He knows
rumors.
who he plays.
Okay, the rumor is that the opening, I don't know, 10 minutes or 15 minutes or whatever, is basically a origin, them going through villains. They're going to fight the fucking Mole Man of Red Ghost and all that shit at the beginning is like, here's the history of the FF. All their Silver Age villains. So it's like a cameo, like, it's a 2-minute thing or something like that. He's not the main villain in the movie. I mean, that would be great.
That would be amazing.
That would be amazing, but I'm pretty confident Galactus and Silver Surfer are the main villains in the movie.
I just don't think you cast John Malkovich for a one-scene throwaway in the opening credits.
I mean, they could all the villains team up with the FF to try to stop Galactus. I don't know.
I am the Red Ghost.
Is that your Russian?
It's horrible.
I just do not think you introduce Galactus to the MCU as a one-off villain.
Yeah, but like
they can't just beat him and be like, "Yep, and we won." End of the story. Next issue, like that. Like that's not feel right. You've got to get him over here somehow. And Marvel is not against having movies with like kind of downer endings. They don't do it often anymore, but they've done it at least a couple times.
Well, what if it's the same Galactus?
The gas?
What's that?
It's the multiverse Galactus. Like they defeat
it's the same it's the actual same Galactus that's going even through different universes.
Yeah, that's what I said. That the Watcher's like, oh shit, you guys were supposed to stop Galactus. You didn't. And now this isn't how it's supposed to be. We've done something fucked up. We've got to go get help.
So you got to read Richards in 626 where he goes crazy because he couldn't defeat Galactus.
They're gonna make him.
I don't need another post-traumatic stress.
And then Namor is gonna swoo
Sue. Please no. That was
Namor.
No.
Yeah, Namor. Latin Namor.
Well, the good news is you won't have to speculate long since it's coming out next summer. Remember.
I don't think your theory is going to hold, Ryan, but it's pretty entertaining at least.
We'll see, yeah.
Wouldn't it make more sense, though, if the Watcher didn't bring him across the universe, just comes to 616 and tries to train the 616 breed?
Well, there isn't one.
But why wouldn't there be? There's supposed to be different versions of everybody, right?
I don't know.
This is based in like an older... This is more like... older FF, right? Like
it takes place. Yeah, and then that's when they meet Galactus, and if it's Galactus Surfer, maybe 60s Red Ghost, like you're doing FF 48 through 50. You're doing the Ultimate Nullifier. Like I can't see any other path here. Like again, they could beat him and then be like, oh, let's go.
No, you know what? It wouldn't be the Watcher.
Like, sure, but.
It's not the Watcher that comes and gets him. It's
fucking better be the Watcher that comes and gets him. Who the hell else is going to be?
It's going to be the Maker.
It's going to be Iron Man.
No, it's going to be
Tony Stark. Tony Stark. They're going to get him in and be like, "Hey, come help."
No, it'll be the Maker. They'll have the Maker.
Yeah, he'll be Stark Doom.
Stark Doom. Well, it'll be a character that they can keep in the dark. That's the best thing. Is if they can keep the character in the dark. If they can keep people questioning who that character is.
Oh, I know who it is. It's that dude from the Algaman book, the portal motherfucker. The guy that goes between the two worlds. What's his name? Portal? Is it Portal?
Access.
Access? Oh yeah, all access.
Pretty confident they cannot use Access.
Everybody.
Why not?
Everybody.
He's both, right?
Bookmark this episode because these predictions are going to look like gold once that movie comes out. We're like, how did those guys have the inside scoop?
We should write them. Yeah, how did it have the inside scoop that they should use the Ultimate Nullifier when fighting Galactus? Gee, I really came up with some incredible fan theories here.
How did you? What? That's such a great name.
See, the funny thing is when they don't do it, it's like, here's some bullshit that we made up. Oh, why didn't you just use the Ultimate Nullifier? Fucking morons. Come on.
Have you fucking read a comic? Go!
No, that's the problem. No, they haven't. That's the problem. Yeah, if you want to do it, just fucking do it straight. Do it straight until the end.
Did you guys see the John Bernthal clip?
Down ending.
When he before he became Punisher, he went to a comic book shop to buy some Punisher comics, and the dude at the counter goes, "I know who you are. This is not what you're buying. You're going to be buying this and this and this and this, and don't fuck it up."
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
Yeah.
It's fine.
It's almost like it's like we know what we're talking about.
No, it's definitely not that.
No, we don't.
Absolutely
we definitely
not
don't.
that.
Yeah.
No, about comic.
The great thing about fan theories is you can't be right or wrong. So, if you're right, cool. If you're wrong, well, that's why it's a fan theory. If you get mad because your fan theory is wrong, that's when you're wrong. That's
Oh, see, I got it. I know why it's going to be.
You can say whatever shit you want beforehand.
I know why it's going to be the maker. You ready? That's how they're going to drop Miles.
No,
they're going to drop Miles. That's how they drop Miles into the MCU.
You know, that's actually post Secret Wars, right? That is, I wonder if that would be Spider-Man 4 is Spider-Man and Miles, if they would bring Miles into the...
Well, maybe that's where the maker shows up first.
I thought they officially said they will not bring live-action Miles until the third Spider-Verse movie is done.
I wouldn't hold on to that. I wouldn't put any faith in that, and assuming that movie comes out in 2038 or whenever it's coming out. So,
wait, so is Fantastic Four supposed to be an MCU or not?
No.
Oh, okay.
I mean, yes,
because they have the multiverse.
It is a Marvel Cinematic movie, but it is not
in the
on
Marvel Cinematic.
Okay, so it's not on 616.
Yes.
Interesting.
It is not on Earth 999999. Is it 99999? 99999? Yeah.
No, that is. Well, I don't. That's the one.
That is the Marvel Cinematic Earth. It is not 616. Sorry, Doctor Strange. 616 is not that Earth. I don't care what it says in the movie. It's Earth 999. All right, so 99999. Is it 99999? Yeah. Oh, 199999. Yeah, there we go. Earth 199999. That is the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
That means
Earth.
Deadpool Wolverine messed that up too.
Yeah. Whenever they say 616, input 199999 because that's what they're actually saying. Unless they're talking about the comic book universe, then that is 616.
So what? Here's another weird fan theory I just thought of.
I will not.
Really dumb.
They are wrong. There's just no. This is not a question. It's that they are incorrect, which is fine.
Do you know this? This conversation is really capturing for me the magic of what it's like to be standing by the counter in a comic book store.
That's the point of the podcast.
We can't.
Saying a bunch of nonsense.
Wish we had a comfier chairs.
Me telling everyone to stop watching YouTube videos because it's all bullshit. Me giving you my awesome fan theories that should be true, even if they're not.
You know, you could just put those fan theories on your YouTube.
And then I just, I don't know, scroll around on Blue Sky when other people are talking. Hey, so Blue Sky. We should talk about Blue Sky real quick before we get out of here, because the comics engine. Oh no, we have still to talk about Penguin. Fuck.
Can't you and Toby talk by yourselves so we can close this out and close down our computers?
We can.
Yeah.
We can. We're gonna talk.
You can't close down your computer,
everyone should join Blue Sky. Comics Twitter has officially moved to Blue Sky.
Yes, it has.
100%. That is the place to go. So, go to Blue Sky. Go make an account on Blue Sky. Every single one of your favorite comic people are over there, unless your favorite comic person is a fan of Skyver. And then in that case, why the fuck you listen to this podcast? Stop. Yeah, they are all on Blue Sky. So it is fantastic. Join the revolution.
I just got to figure out how to block people easier.
Is that a big problem for you?
No. Just like nothing pops up on my feed, so I don't have to block anything right now. It's great.
Yeah.
The troll farms aren't working like they're the best anymore because people know it. They're coming. So anything they just go block done. Have you been blocking anything, Ryan?
Oh hell yeah, dude! I join all those MAGA and conservative block lists. Yeah, it's amazing. It's so good.
Are they on Blue Sky?
Sure, they try. No one sees them because everyone blocks them. It's so good. Yeah. This is interesting. Breaking news as we are talking.
As we're recording at 10:18 at night.
Sony is reportedly buying Kadokawa Corporations, which is another major Japanese corporation that owns possibly Lane. And
they own Lane?
They own. I am starting a new thought here. Lane, you probably know some of this. I'm not sure if anyone else does, but they own From Software, do Elden Ring. They own Spike Chunsoft. So some of the video game companies. But they own a bunch of anime houses. They also own J Novel Club and a 51% co-owned with Hachette of Yen Press. We were just talking about earlier. So they're one of the major manga publishers. They co-own one of the major manga publishers. So yeah, big corporate Japanese company. Sony's in talks to buy them. Interesting. I have to look into this more. Thank you, Wario64, for posting this on Blue Sky. Wario64, everyone loves Wario64. Yeah, if anyone wants to go, you guys can go. We're going to talk about Penguin. Or you could stay. We'll talk spoilers.
No, it's okay.
So you don't have to stay.
I'll mute.
Yeah.
All right. Bye, everyone.
Goodbye.
Am I the only one leaving?
Kevin, do you?
Hey, see you later. You already announced your bye.
Hey, take a watch.
Jesus, Toby. Fuck.
Okay, that was the highlight of the show.
Yeah, no, don't take him back, Brock. Don't take him back. You're gone.
Do you care?
Yes, I care. I care.
Okay.
How many episodes are there total? 8?
8? Yeah.
Was it 8? I thought it was only 6.
Did you watch the finale?
Sure.
Oh, Jesus. Fuck, I'm out.
He thinks he saw the finale.
Okay, I am gonna finish it, so I'm stepping out.
Yep.
Hey, I'll finish it, but I'm not worried. I'm already halfway through, I think.
All right.
Goodbye, Kevin. Goodbye, Brock. We'll talk some Penguin here. So this is going to be spoilers for the final episode of Penguin, in case you haven't seen it. Which I thought was phenomenal. The whole show.
Yes, agreed.
You saw the ending. You know how the show ends, right?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure.
When Batman shows up.
Yeah, well, the bat symbol shows up. Sure. Yeah. Less that.
Yeah, that.
I mean, that's good. That was good. But no, boy, what a show! Wow. Dark as hell. Good effects. I wasn't sure how they were going to kind of handle the post Batman movie, how Gotham-y it was going to be, but they actually leaned pretty hard into the destruction of Gotham that happens.
Yeah, but I like it that they did it all in the daytime.
Mm-hmm.
So to add a whole another dimension to Gotham.
Yep.
So I thought that was very well done.
Yeah. They don't. Yeah, I guess they're not. I mean, they're out at night occasionally.
They are, but a lot of it plays during the day. So I thought that was a nice, little, another side of the coin.
Yeah.
Man, am I going to be Brock on this one, where I just agree with everything? I'm like, yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's awesome.
I don't know. It was fantastic, right? I think
I mean, I had a Wire kind of experience where I watched the first couple of minutes. I'm like, oh shit, I'm in 100%.
Yeah.
This is gonna be fucking dope all the way through the end. So yeah,
it's so common these days for villains, as we've talked, Marvel, and they can't, any character that gets fans, they have to make good guys. So whether it's
they surely
Agatha
find
or
well, it's funny because they basically used a vehicle at the end of the show, going, oh yeah, just in case you've forgotten that this is a villain. No, it's still a villain.
No, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah, you like The Sopranos and like plenty of other shows, you do sort of like these characters. You do sort of root for Penguin within the context of the show, or Falcone, but they do not let you forget the Penguin's a really fucking bad guy at the end of the show. It surprised me because I guess I'm just so used to like, oh, they'll kill Sophia, but it won't be anyone's fault. It'll be an accident. And then Victor will go on his way, and then he'll learn a lesson. And then Penguin will be the bad guy with the heart of gold. And it's like, no, none of that happens.
Yep.
It is way worse. Sophia gets arrested and is back in Arkham, and that is way worse than death. And they say that. And Lane, you have a chance here. You have a chance to step out.
I'm good.
Okay. I really didn't actually know what was happening when Penguin kills Victor. It took my brain like a couple seconds to realize what was happening.
No, I was like, you fucking cold-hearted bastard.
Well, yeah, that's what I meant. I was just like, I think I was just kind of prepped for the easy out. And then it turns so quickly, and I'm like, oh my god, he's not gonna kill him, and he killed him, and I'm like, oh, that's fucking bad.
It's brilliantly done because they use Victor as a character for the audience to connect with, and then they play him up kind of like Penguin's little Robin.
Yeah,
and then
totally.
fucking Penguin goes, actually, you're my only weakness, so fuck you.
Yeah, say that makes sense.
No evidence, right?
Yeah.
He knows where all the bodies are buried and everything, so
yeah, it's really good. The stuff at the end with
just the way he kills him too, like it's so brutal. Personally, like so completely personally. I was like, oh,
yeah. Stuff like the bat symbol and him. Now he's I would say there's definitely a intentional Trump-like setup at the end where he's like a fake rich person, right? Penguin, where he's got the suit and he's got the cane and hat and everything like that. So we're getting that comic version as well. And Sophia getting the letter from Catwoman, all that stuff is cool, right? But that's all very comic booky and good, and I like that stuff. But it almost,
I honestly, I could have probably done it without the Catwoman letter.
Yeah.
That was a little too comic book. It's Selena.
I'd kill for them to do a show, for her to come back. And then,
100%. I think it would have been stronger if she just showed up. Like, not even the letter, just like, not even a line. Just have her show up at Arkham. You'll have a visitor, and just a shot of was it Zoe Kravitz?
Yeah.
I think that would have been a stronger message than a letter from Selena Kyle.
You sure that's not maybe where they're going to go with it? Because
they fucking better. They better be a Catwoman show after this. There better be a show with them.
Season,
I don't see how they don't.
That would be amazing.
No, I think they're going to go. I think they're done with Penguin. I think if they're doing another show, it's going to be a different character. So
I think he's supposed to be as Penguin, and he is going to have some scenes in Batman too. But no, I want a Catwoman show with with Sophia Falcone. Like, I want that now. I don't want another Penguin. I'm sure I'll take another Penguin show if you want to do it, but no, give me a season of Catwoman and expand out that story if they're not going to do it in the movie. Because I would want the movies to be the movies. I don't need an MCU like thing where they're going to force people to watch the show. That just drives off the audience. Now, just play the movie totally straight. If you haven't seen the show, it doesn't matter. But I would love if they do the bring Catwoman for a second series, like a new show. That would be great. So good, so good. It makes me even less interested in watching any of the Marvel shows. I just know they're going to be so bad. I just can't. After watching this, it makes me so angry of how bad all the Marvel shows are.
I'll be honest, though. I love the Penguin show, but I'm still not warmed up to that movie. I'm still not a big fan of that movie.
Yeah, that's fine.
Like, I was surprised. I mean, I was really not interested in the show at all. I just happened to have nothing to watch that night. And then I put it on and go, holy shit, I like this way better than the movie. Yeah. So I'm for more shows in this world, but I'm still not excited for Batman 2.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I hope they don't Red Hood him. I hope he's dead. Victor. I just like.
Oh yeah, no, they have to. No, they have to. I mean, they have to do the.
It's way more. This version of the Bat world is not very comic booky. It's very. They play it very straight. So it'd be. I don't want to see him come out.
I mean, it's similar to the Nolan one. I mean, they play them both fairly straight.
Yeah.
Do we even know details about Batman 2 yet?
No.
Yeah.
Well, except for Colin Farrell said he's in a couple of scenes, or like how many say 4 scenes or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, so he'll be around, but yeah. So, I'd love to see another show. Again, you want to do stuff with Penguin, cool, but I don't need that. I think it was a perfect ending for that show. But if you want to do Sophia and Selena, I'm 1,000% down.
Yeah, for that.
Yeah, just every part of that show. God, it better get at least some Emmy nods or something like.
Do you think Shades is actually? Scarecrow?
Who is it?
Shades.
Yeah,
the dude that from the Luke Cage show. He plays the Sophia's shrink.
Oh. No.
Yeah.
I don't like that. The only other character, one of the that's actually like a real character. It's different, but I believe one of the guys working on like growing like the mushroom things was Mr. Bloom.
No,
the Snyder, because they call him Bloom. There's like something Bloom, and I'm like, cool. I bet that's supposed to be Mr. Bloom because he's like a weirdo. The comic version gets fucking bizarre, but he has like a scientist guy. I think that's supposed to be that character, but again, it's such a minor whatever side thing. It doesn't. I don't want to see that character in this Batman movie universe because he's a weirdo.
Yeah,
it wouldn't work. But Penguin. Oof.
No, that was phenomenal. I really enjoyed it.
Incredible.
Yeah.
How far are you, Lane? You said you're 4 and 5 in?
I think 4.
Okay. You saw the flashback? Did you see the flashback of Falcon's like her origin and everything?
My sister just made it out today. She texted me, "Holy shit!" I'm like, "Yeah."
No, I think that
was
5.
4. I think, right? Is that 5?
Or is that
okay, maybe 4? That's the next one.
Or maybe I'm only on 3. I ended when Victor saves them from the Chinese gang.
Okay, yeah. He crashes the car in, and okay, yeah. So that's her origins. The next one, and then they go back to the main story after that. Yep.
Cool.
Yep. So that's 3. I think that's 3.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah. Oh man, and man, he does such a good job playing everyone off each other too. But like he loses a lot, right? It's not like this perfect thing.
No, I think that's what makes it so good. Is just
he fucks up so many times.
Well, I mean,
it's also like he doesn't always win, so he improvises.
Well, he's making it up the whole time.
Yeah. It's the scene with his mom and Falcon where they're just like kind of going back and forth. That was a brutal scene too.
Well, I love the Sophia and the mom scene. I thought that was well done. Like,
that was great.
Yeah, or the Sophia and the girlfriend. That was a well done scene too.
Oh, it's the same sort of like it's not physical violence, but this is mental torture against each other, back and forth with each other.
Good. It's so good. I mean, honestly, Sophia stole the show for me. Like,
I mean,
Colin was friggin' amazing, but Sophia like definitely is the highlight for me.
Yeah, and it's definitely no good guys in the show. Even the cops are bad guys. It's not Gordon, right? It's the scumbag GCPD. It's everyone's a fucking bad guy. It's great. I love it. Yeah. All right, it's Penguin. Yeah, let's see. A couple of years till new Batman movie.
I can't agree with you, man. This is like the second time in like a couple of months I've agreed with you. This shit. Like, I feel kind of icky right now, man. I might have to take a shot out of this shit, man. The hell?
Broken clock and all that, what are you going to do? Yep. It's all good. We're allowed to occasionally like the same things.
Bring on the Smurfs books, man.
Definitely will.
I looked it up, man. Yeah, I'm going to have to get that shit.
Go. Nice.
I hope it's the same size as the other hardcovers. That's my only wish.
Yeah, we get more info on that. I'll definitely get them at the store. Once they kind of get review copies out, I want to see professional people talking about the layout and the formatting and editing and everything. I want to see how the claims, how accurate the claims are. If it's any different from those other Smurf books.
I really like those hardcover ones. Those I really liked. They're slightly smaller than the original, but I like those.
Yep. Yeah, just so bizarre that Smurfs is such a popular brand, but here they kind of...
Yeah, here the comics nobody likes them here.
Yeah, the comics just...
And I like especially like the Smurfs comic. I feel like the art in the Smurfs books are always like really amazing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm glad that Paper Cuts and I don't remember who the other company was that had them. Like, I'm glad they've been putting them out, but they've kind of been these like small little tiny books, and it kind of kills the formatting and the I mean those are aimed at like kids, and that's cool, but I'd like a format aimed at
for
readers,
adult collectors like me.
Yeah. You can do both. So
I've been collecting the Movement hardcovers too.
Mm-hmm.
Like they recently came out with the smaller, weird softcover ones, but I've been looking it up. I think it's actually the same as the big hardcovers. Yeah,
just cut down like the Peanuts ones were.
Yeah.
All right, that is it. Another wonderful episode of the Comic Conspiracy. We're going to wrap up here. Thanks to our Patreon backers, especially our top tier backers, Edward at geekyvillain.com, Joe Duff, Kelsey May, Craig Anderson at the Executive Evolution Podcast, and Jimmy Rivera, the Social Forum Podcast. Thank you guys very much for your continued support. Don't forget to go to patreon.com/comicconspiracy. Find all our previous episodes over at comicconspiracypodcast.com or wherever you have downloaded this one. You can probably download earlier episodes. You should check out comicsconspiracy.biz. It is where we sell all sorts of comic books on there. Delivery, mail order, pickup, whatever you need. And check out Brock's stuff over at conspiratorbrock.com. Although he said he's kind of taking a break from videos. Not sure if he has anything new up there, but I'm sure he'll get some stuff up there soon. And our friend Charlie does the Wanderers in the Fourth Dimension podcast, talking about Doctor Who and other stuff that he likes. You can find that where you found the same podcast. Kevin's interview series called Between the Panels, which is at fanbasepress.com, and A Page I Love, which is a YouTube a YouTube series of interviews he does with a bunch of comic creators at Comic Art Live on YouTube. It's one of the featured channels within there. You can find it there. And my wife Leanne is at leannehill.com. Her art's at etsy.com/shop/leannehillart. And you can purchase some prints from her on Etsy. And if you were on Blue Sky, because you can't find any one of us on Twitter, at least not me, because I have closed my Twitter account.
Did you kill it, or did you just close it?
Oh, no, I deleted it. You deleted
it, and all these tweets are gone?
And the store account.
Really?
I'm at Blue Sky at Ryan Higgins.
You were like a massive Twitterer.
I am. I was. Yeah, everyone's gone. Everyone's left. Everyone's on Blue Sky now. Toby, you made your account on Blue Sky. You made it, right?
Yeah.
T-O-B-Y.
I think my only follower is you and Philip Tan.
You got 35 followers.
What? How the hell did I get that?
Oh, you got 30 followers. Yeah, there you go. Yep.
What?
You got to jump on? Yeah.
I had no idea I had that. I knew you followed me and Philip Tan. And Philip Tan messaged me. He was like, "Is this you?" You just had to make sure.
Nice. I didn't even see Philip is on here. I'll follow him. Yeah, there you go. Look at that. There you go. Yep. All the pod people are coming over. And who else? Is that Kevin Sharp? So that is.
Well, I forgot my login since I started the account. So
again.
Yeah. Dude, I had to buy concert tickets today, and it was like fucking pain in the ass. I had to update the Ticketmaster bullshit again, like for 15th time. It was very annoying. I hate passwords. I'm like an old man.
Just have the saved password in the browser or on your thing. You don't never have to remember your passwords.
No, you do not understand how fast I switch machines.
You have an account that has... You save it on an account, not the machine. Like, Apple, I'm sure, has a password saving feature. You get LastPass. I use Chrome, so it's on all my Chrome stuff.
Yeah. Don't trust any of it. I'm old man. Paper and pen, dude.
Yeah. Well, your password's stored in your wallet or something? Like,
yeah, well, on a fucking sticky note on my fridge, man.
Oh my god.
Well, maybe not on my fridge necessarily, but but usually I lose track of that sticky note, and then I have to start everything over.
Anyway, go to the Geek Box. Talking about all sorts of geek crap over there with my buddy Ryan Scott. So, we got that going on too. That's it. We're going to start recording now. See you guys in a few weeks. Goodbye.